Hello, everyone. Another live broadcast for TBC. And I'd like to talk to you about a post today. Today, I would like to talk to you about a post. It's actually a year old. Okay, but it's very relative. And I got an idea yesterday, and I thought, wow, why haven't I thought of that before? And so I kind of wanted to put that into this particular post. So let me go to the post from admin. Okay, this came out March 17th. Oh, today. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. I'm like 60, 70% Irish myself. I don't have to wear green because I have green eyes. Okay. March 17th, 2018. All right. And it's a little, admin put up like a shorter than a minute video. It's from a man named Brian Dag, and he had posted like a testimony video. Remember when we do those testimony videos? Okay, so it's less than a minute long, and he basically tells us that he got involved about a year before this particular blog, so around same time I did. Okay, and which would have been in March of 2017. And he says that he purchased about $500 at that time. Now, he says at a year ago, his wallet has got $55 million in it. And he's a real happy camper. Okay. He's a fairly young guy. Couldn't be more than early 30s. Okay. So he's real happy. And that's the point that admin is about to talk about on this blog. The blog post, if you want to look it up later on, it's called Your Wallet Balance. Your Wallet Balance. Okay. All right, I'm going to read this off. Isn't it interesting how different members of the TBC community view their TBC wallet balance? Not everyone shares the same point of view as Brian Dag in the video above. To the contrary, some members are filled with huge sensations of disappointment and frustration when they see the fiat values of millions or billions. Maybe I should put on my glasses. Millions or billions inside their wallet balance. The scarcity mindset is a widespread mental and spiritual illness that most people on earth have been infected with all their lives. Okay, I'm going to stop right here and just interject that scarcity mindset. I've been reading about that. Obviously, it's the blog starts out in the beginning of the blog. The first post is about the scarcity mindset. And even though I've been aware of it now since I got involved in March of 2017 with the Billion Coin community, I still fight the scarcity mindset, even though I know better. Okay, so it is a real thing. Anytime we think, well, just really, it affects all aspects of our life because we're so used to it. Just try to catch that if you find yourself doing that, because you've got to change that mindset to abundance. You have to. And let me tell you, every time I make a progress on that, my life feels better. I'm calmer, less stress. I'm happier. It's amazing. Okay, so you know it's a good thing. Okay, I'm going to go back here now. I'm going to repeat that. The scarcity mindset is a widespread mental and spiritual illness that most people on earth have been infected with all their lives. That includes some of our biggest leaders within the TBC community, even up to this very date. The symptoms of this disease show up in many forms, such as greed, fear, anxiety, depression, slothfulness, frustration, and anger. Okay, and I testify that that's true. So, why isn't a massive wallet balance shown in TBC today a cure for this illness? Well, some would believe that a massive wallet balance shown in TBC would be a perfect cure in the future once TBC becomes widely accepted as a form of payment for all goods and services. Excuse me. But that belief would be wrong too. That's not the cure for this illness. Nothing external could be considered a cure for the illness of a scarcity mindset. The only cure can be found within an individual, not in something outside. The wallet balance is a thing outside of the individual. Now, all belief systems either empower or inhibit the individual depending on the nature of the belief. The belief itself of scarcity creates the illness and its symptoms. The cure, likewise, is also a belief in that abundance is a truth. Some of our TBC members have a dichotomy. Dichotomy is the human ability to hold on to two or more opposing beliefs, and it creates a conflicted state of mind. It does. Okay, double-mindedness is altogether another mental illness. The application of the cure for both of these diseases requires self-administration of thoughtful reflection towards a desire to know truth until on even at a subconscious level the individual decides to embrace the belief in abundance. And this works with any kind of ideology. Okay. All right. He goes on and says, a true decision cuts off all other paths of thinking and resolves all dichotomies. That's the cure. Decision heals. Decisions are made internally. So as you can see, the cure is internal and nothing external, such as a massive wallet balance, can cure an individual of these diseases. Just like alcoholism, you can expect violent opposition outside of oneself when you start to take steps toward the cure of a scarcity mindset. From others unwilling to admit they too have the same disease, they will call you delusional for believing in abundance. So, when you see the massive wallet balance in your TBC wallet, examine your feelings carefully and reflect on those feelings thoughtfully. Okay, admin's not just talking here to talk. He's not just writing to write. This is exactly what you need to do. All of us need to do this. This is part of our education and our shifting over from that scarcity mindset to abundance, and will enable us, when we are cured, to help others get out of that scarcity and move to abundance quicker. Okay, because they'll see the truth and the belief that we have in it. The only way we're going to get that is if we follow these words exactly. Examine the amount of Kringle coins and full coins in your wallet and think about that. Okay, reflect on those feelings. Think in terms that is real, because it is. It's going to be real. Start changing. Okay? Do a little bit of that a couple of times a week. Doesn't take too long, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes if you start writing down things you're going to do. But it helps. I'm telling you, it helps. Okay, back to what he's saying here. Okay, are you showing any of the symptoms listed above? It's a really good test to see if you have the disease or not. Then you will have to decide if you do have some or all of these symptoms. The decision to make a conscious decision on this particular matter will lead you towards the path of recovery if that is really what you want. And I'm telling you, fellow TBCians, that is what you want. Slothfulness is the main deterrent that could stop you from being cured. That's a major lack of desire towards improving one's self image. You really should care about you. If you don't care about you, why would you expect anyone else to care about you? It's truth. He's laying it down truth. Okay, I testify to that too. The blog, he goes on, is full of all kinds of evidence that the value of TBC holds water. It is being accepted at full value by thousands of people all over the earth from every walk of life. Now, this was a year ago. We see it even more today, don't we? Because we've got some leaders now that are actually creating videos and showing us what's happening. And we should all do that whenever, and I'm going to get into this in a minute after I finish this post. Whenever we do a deal and we use TBC is involved, we should get it on film, okay? And get it out there so that admin can put it on the blog. All right, let me go on here. The blog is full of all kinds of evidence that the value of TBC holds water. Okay, before you know it, thousands will turn into millions and so on. He's talking about the amount of people that are going to be doing transactions. Okay, as the community and TBC Kringle transactions grows in number and strength, and the community comes together in unification to overcome outside obstacles within our path towards maturity, it will be easier and easier to say, me too. But we are just an acorn today. And some people can't see that acorns become mighty oaks once they fully mature. An acorn looks so very different from the tree of a mighty oak. Don't let your vision be short-sighted to only see what TB is today. See past that and know we will become a community of 1 billion, and that is our destiny. The value of TBC will be completely unlocked for all of us at that time. In the meantime, what's stopping you from buying a car, an electric device or electronic device, or a home with TBC? If you have a send button, only you are stopping you from going out there and negotiating your own deals for 100% TBC. Let me say that again because I'm going to touch on this in just a few seconds here. Only you are stopping you from going out there and negotiating your own deals for 100% TBC. Learn how to negotiate. And I'm going to talk on that just a second, so hang in here, guys. All millionaires and billionaires have developed that skill. Or just sit back and watch the rest of us build up the acceptance of TBC for you so you can later just be a buyer without having to negotiate deals for yourself. It's foolish to interfere with the rest of us that are busy building just because you're feeling frustrated and are impatient with the natural progress of growth. Keep your negativity to yourself if you don't want to be a builder inside the TBC community. No one is forcing you to do anything. Don't force up, don't force us to slap you upside the head. Okay. All right, and that's the end of that, okay? Now let me go back here. And I want to show you, I'm going to share my screen for you. So hang on just a second here. Okay, I hope you guys can see it. That's the post. There's good old Brian. Okay, there's the date, March 17th, today, but a year ago today. Okay, now the other day, I was thinking about things that I've heard from Randy and other of the leaders doing these broadcasts, Stephen Covey, all of them. Okay, and thinking about, okay, how can I actually go out there and make purchases? And I remembered that here in America, and this is for, I guess, Americans, unless you've got some type of similar application or, you know, way to do this in your countries, we have this thing called Craigslist. Okay. And most of us in America obviously know what Craigslist is. So I'm going to go over there and show you the Craigslist. And this is all over America. You just get on the Craigslist main list, Craigslist.com, and you put in what city is the main city closest to wherever you live in America. And of course, I live in Henderson, which is borders Las Vegas. Okay, it may as well be the same city. And so I pulled up, you know, this is Craigslist for Las Vegas. You can see that there. I think you guys can see that. I hope you guys can see that. I still haven't figured out since I got back from doing these broadcasts. The YouTube thing is a little bit different. I haven't figured out how to pull up my chat. So I don't know if any of you are listening or watching, or if this thing is going smooth. But anyway, I'm supposed to be sharing my list. I hope I am. But if not, hopefully my words will get through. Okay, so you'll see that on Craigslist. Now where the I need to clean my computer up. Okay, it says up here, create a posting, my account, and it gives all these different things that you can click on to see what you are interested in perhaps purchasing or you're interested in selling. Okay, so we've got the community, and it talks about the different things that you can. If you're a musician, you can go right into that particular area. Then it talks about services. Doesn't talk, it reads services here. Okay, discussion forums. We're not going to find anything here except discussion. And then it goes into housing, okay? And this will go for people that are selling their houses or they're renting rooms or they want to rent a room. And then you've got the for sale. This is the biggest important part right here. And these are jobs, okay? So under for sale, I started looking, okay, let me see here. And I'm going down the list. I see this thing free. I go, well, that's not going to help me. Okay, so I'm going down and I see this barter. Okay, if you can't see that, that's what it says, barter. So here's people that are selling stuff, but here's the availability of people in my area that are willing to literally trade something for something else. Okay, they probably have an idea, a lot of them, of what they want to trade for, and maybe some of them don't really, but they're gonna, hey, what do you have that's of equal value? So I click on barter, and this pulls up. Okay, and here you've got a little yard ornament bear. Okay, that's all the information is. Now, if you click on these things, okay, here's a pro weed trimmer, gas straight shaft, brand new in box. Okay, so I would click on that, and it gives some information on what this person wants to barter with someone for something else. Give some information in it. You can even look the price up of what the normal price is for something like that that's brand new, and then go from there. But the point is, no matter who your contact is contacting, and it tells you how to contact. Okay, usually it's by email, and they route it so the person doesn't get your email. Okay, so here's how you reply. You just click on the reply. So what you do is you would reply, hey, I noticed you have this that you want to barter. I don't know what you want to barter for, but I've got this. And then you just basically write out a little bit about TBC coins. Okay? That's what you have in exchange. Now, I'm going to start doing this. So I'm going to keep you guys up to show you or to let you know the kind of responses I'm going to get. And as I get it, the only way I'm going to learn to get better is just by starting it. Okay? And then I'll realize, okay, well, maybe I can say this instead, and this might help them explain more. And depending on their questions, if they come back with questions, I'm going to learn to get better and better at what I'm going to initially say when I contact them for the first time, and get even better at replying. Now, let's go back to the barter page. Look at, they've got a vehicle here. Okay, they've got other things that they don't put pictures on. Large palm trees, I don't need those. Okay, I don't need a Dakota right rear door. Garage sales, there's another good idea. Take your computer with you or your phone if you're really good at that and go to garage sales. See what you can barter for. I mean, seriously, maybe you guys have already thought this, but I didn't. Here's a Typhoon drone. You don't know why people are wanting to trade their stuff. Maybe this thing's crazy. Maybe they just don't want to bother with it. They got their fun out of it, and now they're just looking for something else. You don't know until you contact them. Just like you do with Facebook, they tell you to go ahead and put a gift, to always send a gift to your friends, right? You don't know whether they're going to reply or not. But you got to start. Okay. Here's another little, what is it called? A Rhino side by side UTV. Okay. Another weed trimmer. Lots of weed trimmers. Lots of weed trimmers. Okay. You've got pictures. You've got, here's a golf cart. Send these people, come up with something that says, this is what I have to trade. And this is the incredible value of what I have to trade. Would you consider blah, blah, blah? Okay, because I can pay you what that card's worth. And of course, that coin is only going to go up in value until we hit our billionth person. So you're going to trade me or barter me this golf cart for, say, $400, $800, $1,200, whatever it's worth. And I'm going to give you that amount in our coin, and that 1,200 is going to rise in price to who knows. Okay. And you just start the conversation, just like you do when you're signing people up on Facebook. Okay. Now, this guy, he has a particular idea of what he wants to trade for. He says 2000 Mitsubishi Montero Sport, trade for a pickup. So most likely that's what he wants. He's not going to consider anything else. Okay. So I wouldn't bother with him, at least not until I had nobody else to bother with, barter. And then I'd send information. Okay, here's a look at this, a mini bike. Okay, my 14-year-old nephew would love that. I'm definitely going to send that guy some information. Okay, and you keep scrolling down. If you're in America and you got Craigslist, this is what you can do. Look at this. It's a limousine, only 55,000. Maybe the guy just doesn't want it sitting in his driveway anymore. Okay, he'll take full price in the billion coin, 55K. You don't know until you ask. That's what I'm trying to emphasize here. Here's somebody that's advertising appliances, furniture, trailer, cars, art, collectibles. You know, what's that all about? Ask, and you shall receive, right? Okay. Um, oh, here's some lithographs. Pam Anderson. Okay. Here's a guy, he just wants to trade his sofa for some yard work or some cleaning service. Okay, another weed trimmer. Scrolling on down here. Inflatable boat. Commercial. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you don't want this. If you don't want this stuff, what you're going to do is you're going to contact every one of these people and see. Okay, here's the thing. Say you get a lawn trimmer and you don't have a lawn. Seriously, I don't have a lawn. Okay, I live in Las Vegas. Lawns, you got to water them. Okay, I've got rocks out there. Okay, so it doesn't matter. If I make a deal, that's what matters. If I purchase something from this guy or I trade him for TBC, it's the same as a sell, a buy and sell. Okay, I gave him a method of exchange, okay, that he decided on, which was my Kringles. Okay, so I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to turn around, and you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to buy his wallet. I'm going to buy his wallet fee. Okay, everyone that wants to make a deal with me, I'm going to purchase their wallet fee. Okay, because I'm a cash center and I've got Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not going to charge them for it. I'll say, hey, it's part of the deal, it's part of the trade. And then I'm going to turn around and I'll put this up for sale for $10 to get my wallet fee back. I mean, I could. I probably won't. I'll probably just give it away to somebody, but I don't know. You know, find somebody with a lawn. I don't knock on their door. I'm just being funny. But anyway, the point is, it doesn't matter if you want this stuff or not. You just want to make the deal. And when it looks like you're going to make a deal with someone, take someone with you and film it. Okay? Film it with the person and what's going down. It's going to make him or her that you're making the deal with say, wow, this really is a cool group of, I want to belong to this group, this private community, this TBC Kringle thing. This sounds pretty cool. This is what I envision happening. Okay. So, anyway, I think that's all I wanted to touch on today was the importance of getting rid of that scarcity mindset. Let's see. And changing it around to a mindset of abundance. And there's two ways you can do that. And that is looking at your wallet, seeing all that, okay, seeing all that Kringles, and realizing, you know what, that's real. And what's going to happen when I start actually using it? Okay, I don't care if you want to write a wish list on a Google document and start listing stuff. You know, it starts the process. Then you're all of a sudden going to say, okay, well, this is what's really going to happen. You know, because I'm going to help this person and that person, and I'm going to spread this thing out. And you're going to also see that. But all these things that are going through your mind are going to change your mental illness of scarcity. It's going to get rid of it. It's going to cure it. And you're going to start seeing life, oh my gosh, so much better. And this is what doing things like, if you're in America, going on Craigslist, looking under barter, okay, and seeing if you can't make a deal, or any other kind of way that people buy and sell. People buy and sell stuff on Facebook. So there's groups that you can belong to that are right there in your city. I know I've got a Las Vegas buy and sell. Okay. So there's nothing wrong. If that's all I had, I would attempt to say, okay, would you be willing to accept a cryptocurrency, a digital gold coin? It's called the billion coin. And they say, no, I need the cash. Sometimes you can tell they really need the cash. and you wouldn't even bother them. But there's another way. Start thinking of ways where you can come up with ways to use your Kringles. If you've got a send button, there's nothing stopping you but yourself. Okay? Like you said in that post, if you've got a send button, there's nothing stopping you. You can make deals anytime you want. You just have to make the deal. Okay, that's it for today. I've run a little bit over. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I haven't figured out yet how to see my chat. If there's anybody out there right now live, thank you so much for coming and watching live on a Sunday afternoon. And I'll see you on the next broadcast. Have a good night.